If anyone fucking comes in and they're giving you grief, just block them. You know not block them, don't you? Just block them. Alcohol. Breathe. Not let it block.
I'm here. Sorry about that, guys. I was actually talking to everyone and I'd forgot to click the go live. Mr. Torbs is he's just got to make a quick phone call and he will be with us. So how is everyone? Give it a few more minutes for see if some people turn up. And hopefully we'll have a better addiction live than we did not last night, the night before. So we shall see. Onwards and upwards, eh? Hiya, Tyrant. Hope you're well. Oh, my subs are going up slowly. I think I'm at 174 now or something like that. So I'm quite chuffed with that. I'll give it a few more minutes, see if anybody else turns up. Torb will be with us shortly. But I know there is a few people having a little break, which is understandable. You know, I think these past few days have affected a lot of people, so. Oh, fantastic, Tyrant. That's brilliant. In fact, I'll just give you a spanner, Tyrant. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's good when it starts going up, isn't it? So I'm just thinking some people might think that we're not doing it as well. But I'll give it a few more minutes. See, this is the bit I don't like and where I like Todd to be, because I always run out of things to say. I don't know how Todd does. He's been on that live stream for about 9 hours or something, hasn't he? I couldn't think of things to say for that long, me. Oh, bear with me a second, guys. My son's phoning me. Sorry, guys, my son just phoned me for a chat. Always at the most appropriate time, but it's nice that he still phones his old mum. Bless him. Just telling me that he's doing well at uni and he's back at work tomorrow. So I've arranged to phone him tomorrow at about 7. Then we can have a good old natter. So hiya, name that tune. Hiya, none of your business. Good to see you here, and thank you for your kind words before. It did mean a lot. Hope you're well. So I was just saying, I get a bit lost up here on my own. I always run out of things to say. I was going to give it a few minutes. Hiya, Andy, as well. I might have missed you out. Sorry. Do apologise. I'm a little bit nervous tonight. But I thought what I would do to start with, 'cause I've got these like little daily meditation reflection books, and for me, it always puts me in the right frame of mind. So I thought I'd do today's reading for you guys just to see what you think, and if you want to share back to me, you know, how you interpret it. 'Cause we're all individual and we all interpret things differently, or if you have any particular experience in this subject. Or hi, Amanda. So I was just saying I'm going to do today's reading from my little meditation reflection book. It has all the dates in and pretty good, really. I've got a few different ones because, as I say, it just puts me in the right frame of the mind for the day, and you know, it does, and kind of grounds me, and hopefully it'll make me feel a little less nervous. So 2nd of February, and it's about goodwill. Goodwill is best exemplified in service. Proper service is doing the right thing for the right reason. The spiritual core of our disease is self-centeredness. In dealing with others, the only motive our addiction taught us was selfishness. We wanted what we wanted when we wanted it. Obsession with self was rooted in the very ground of our lives. In recovery, how do we root self-obsession out? We reverse the effects of our disease by applying a few very simple spiritual principles. To counteract the self-centeredness of our addiction, we learn to apply the principle of goodwill. Oh, my eyes are going a bit blurry. You can tell I've been on computer all day. Rather than seeking to serve only ourselves, we begin serving others rather than thinking only about what we can get out of a situation. We learn to think first of the welfare of others. When faced with a moral choice, we learn to stop and recall spiritual principles and act appropriately. As we begin doing the right thing for the right reason, we can detect a change in ourselves. Where once we were ruled by self-will, now we are guided by our goodwill for others. The chronic self-centeredness of addiction is losing its hold on us, and we are learning to practice these principles in all our affairs. We are living our recovery, not our disease. So for me, that was quite fitting at the moment, you know, because I do really try and not be that selfish, self-centered person anymore. You know what every addict has, you know. And I remember when I was in rehab, like getting told I was selfish, and that really bothered me because I didn't think I was a selfish person. Oh, thank you, Nunya. I lost my train of thought then. But yeah, for me, it really hurt being called selfish because I didn't see it at the time. Um, and there is a saying that goes round in early recovery: you're clean and crazy because you still have all your old characteristics, if you like, of what you had when you were an addict. So you haven't really learned a new way to live yet. So we call it clean and crazy. But after it got explained to me about, you know, how addiction makes you selfish and how you had to have that drink or that drug at all costs, and it was like, well, yeah, nothing did stand in my way as much as that hurts. If I had to beg, borrow, or steal, I would get what I thought I needed at the time. But as I kind of grew in my recovery and I started like helping other people and as I progressed, I realised that in helping others, it helped me, and it sounds bizarre, but the more I help people in early recovery, the more it helps me stay clean and sober. And, we all get that feel good factor as well when we are sharing what we have.
Sorry, guys.
So you missed a really good reading today.
Oh, mate. What, just what I did? Oh, I missed it. Well, we haven't missed it because we could still read it.
I've just read it. And I was sharing my experience. So I don't know if you want to quickly read it and share your experience.
Do you want to... I need to clean this fucking table, man. I can't do this, mate. Do you want to turn the camera on so it's on board? What's the date? The 3rd? The 2nd? Do I have to read it out, yeah?
No,
well,
read
I'm
it
in.
out.
Okay. How many have we got in? 13.
I'll read it out if you want in case
Will's best. I read that yesterday.
Well, it's the 2nd today. You must have
Oh,
read
well, I read the wrong one. I read that yesterday.
Hey, Mr. Beautiful Blues. Mr. Beautiful Blues is coming, so why don't you read it again?
Okay, so I was saying yesterday, wasn't I? Bars are just for a day book. It's a good book. It is a 12-step. It is a 12-step narcotics. Where's my smoke? Didn't I got one, babe? Just save me some of that. It's all right. Save me some. Yeah. So, it's dated. So you've got every day. Look, you look at the top of the page. Can you see February the 2nd? Yeah. So February the 2nd, 2022. It doesn't go in years, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, but I can't give you everything. But listen, goodwill is best exemplified in service. Proper service is doing the right thing for the right reasons, and that's basic text page, whatever. The fucking Roman numerals, and I don't do them. Anyway, the spiritual core of our disease is self-centeredness. So people usually struggle with that word disease. Addiction is a disease. And what it was... Go on then.
How it got explained to me, it wasn't a disease like cancer or HIV or anything like that. If you break the word up into dis-ease, and that's like away from ease from yourself.
Disease. I'm at disease with me.
So you're not at ease with oneself. And when it got explained like that, it really did hit home because I was not at ease with myself. And I had to do a lot of work on me, getting to know me. To really make peace with who I am.
Right, so the spiritual core of our disease is self-centeredness. In dealing with others, the only motive our addiction taught us was selfishness. We wanted... It's all right. Spiritual core of our disease, self-centeredness. In dealing with others, the only motive our addiction taught us was selfishness. We wanted what we wanted when we wanted it. Obsession with self was rooted in the very ground of our lives. In recovery, how do we root self-obsession out? We reverse the effects of our disease by applying a few very simple spiritual principles. To counteract the self-centeredness of our addiction, we learn to apply the principle of goodwill. Rather than seeking to serve only ourselves, we begin serving others. Rather than thinking only about what we can get out of a situation, we learn to think first of the welfare of others. When faced with a moral choice, we learn to stop, recall spiritual principles, and act appropriately. SG's all right.
No, I think I've blocked the wrong one.
Tyrant said to you, okay, we'll unblock him.
How do I do it?
I'll show you. As we begin doing the right thing for the right reasons, we can. Oh, we're there.
That's the one I was trying to.
Oh, where? What's he saying
It
like?
keeps moving.
SG, let's have a look. Are you sure? Yeah, it's the wrong SG though. Sorry, guys. To counteract the self-centeredness. Fucking losing it all the time, man. I'll start here. We reverse the effects of our disease by applying a few very simple spiritual principles. To counteract the self-centeredness of our addiction, we learn to apply the principles of goodwill. Rather than seeking to serve only ourselves, we begin serving others. Rather than thinking only about what we can get out of a situation, we learn to think first of the welfare of others. When faced with a moral choice, we learn to stop, recall spiritual principles, and act appropriately. As we begin doing the right thing for the right reason, we can detect a change in ourselves. Where once we were ruled by self will, now we are guarded by our goodwill for others. The chronic self centeredness of addiction is losing its hold on us. We are learning to practice these principles in all our affairs. We are learning in our recovery, not in our disease. No, sorry. We are living in our recovery, not in our disease. Just for today, wherever I am, whatever I do, I will seek to serve others, not just myself. When faced with a dilemma, I will try to do the right thing for the right reasons. Yeah, man. So what that shows me, guys, is, or what I take from that, sorry, where's that lighting come, babe? Sorry, I've got one. So what I take from that is back in the day, all time search is back anyway.
I know, I've figured it out. I do apologise,
take back, move it.
I've hid him on here.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Well, let me do it on here, just in case.
Just be careful, because that's what I did before and it jumped up.
It's all right. So there you have, you blocked him. See you later. Yeah, so it's that, mate. But anyway, so yeah, what I take from that is back in the day, right? I'd fucking promise you anything as long as I was getting something out of it. I wouldn't do nothing for nothing. I was selfish fucker. I was a self-centered MF in capital letters MF. I was even that selfish down to my thinking when I thought what it is. My mum used to say to me, you know, it's fucking proper talk out of this now.
Oh,
what's up?
Mum and Milo can't hear anything. Oh, you can hear now. That's good.
Right. So basically, my mum said to me this day. I got up. I used to get up and walk straight down the stairs, straight out, grafting. Grafting, what I mean by grafting, guys, you will know one. You if you heard about addiction. I was out shoplifting mainly. Didn't have time to hit the front room. So basically, what I'd do, guys, is this morning I hit the front room. I must have left my shoes or something. My trainers that were fucking falling off my feet. Anyway, it's all right, babe. Don't worry. I'm honest. So what? Jealous because it's not with you. Know what I mean, babe? Yeah, so my mum said to me this day, I used to walk past the window and she said to me, I watch you walking past that fucking window every day, but she swears like this, me mum. God bless her, she's a pensioner.
She's ruthless with the swearing.
She's fucking ruthless, full stop. She's not scared of any cunt, is she? Anyway, I watch you walking past that window every morning. I watch you like that, going past the window. And I wondered to myself, is this the last time I'm going to see you alive? Do you know what it is for me, fucking seeing you do this to yourself? And I said to her, I said, how hard it is for you? I said, it's me who's walking to the fucking Middlesbrough town centre every day, shoplifting. It's me who has to find a tenner every day. It's me, if I haven't got a tenner, who's going to be bad. What do you mean? How hard it is for you? And I generally fucking meant that when I said it. I couldn't say, man. I couldn't fucking say the pain and the fucking disaster I was fucking doing to the people around me. I thought it was just me. It was only affecting me. It was only me who was bad. It was only me who was rattling. Do you know what I mean? It was only me who had to find that fucking father tenner, 50 quid a day. And it still plays on my head from time to time when I think about it, you know.
But
Selfish fucker.
unfortunately, we can't change the past. All we can do is like try and be a better person today, and hopefully our tomorrows will be a bit brighter. Can't even get my words out.
But you know what, guys? I've just been talking to Mark, the kid there, who was on the who come on apparently he's a good kid. I met him in a detox centre in Middlesbrough. I was doing a detox again, and I met him in there, and that was like about 2000. He said that was 9 years ago. I asked him how long ago it was. He said about 9 years ago. I think it was more than that. It would have been more than 9 years ago, man. Fucking hell. I've been with you 7. It was more than 9 years ago. That book. Oh no, I think he said 2009. It was 2009. Sorry. So will I get rid of fucking Tony people on false account?
I think it's been done.
It's not because he's still on
Because I know
So yeah,
I've put some good mods on, so they're all on.
so yeah, get on them, guys. Any negative that you
only
see,
loving
guys,
here.
just get rid. Any negative mods, get rid of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, back in 2009. Sorry, babe. Let me tell you about this because we're talking about selfish. Let me just tell you this. So back in 2009, I was in this rehab with Mark, and he got down to 2 mil. A lad, God bless him, another one who was dead, lost his leg, then lost his life. Addiction takes everything from you. First, fucking strips you of everything, and then your life. He was in a rehab, and he'd be able to go out and he'd come back with loads of drugs and he told us, I've scored and I've done this and I've done that. And he put the fucking seed in Mark's head and he was fucking off, right? And I was saying, look at what it is. Look at what it is, mate. If you fuck off now, right, you'll regret it. You'll fuck off. No, I'm all right. I'm fucking down to 2 mil, blah, blah, blah. And he's just told me that. Biggest mistake of my life. Even back then, even though I was a selfish bastard, I still had a big heart and I still did care for people in a way. But I was getting well then. When I was fucking sick, I wasn't though. Do you know what I mean? How many fucking accounts? That's fucking the brutal. I'm a brutal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, guys, I think with it being new, we are going to get quite a few to start off with. But hopefully, if we just use them spanners to hit them over the head with, because I know I've got
fucking hell, that one's been in mine before, but he's blocked on mine.
Because we've got some amazing mods, and we only want love and positive energy in this chat.
Yes, man.
And
they can try all they want. They'll never stop a good thing.
I've washed myself down with Teflon today, so no tears.
Teflon done. Give a kiss, yo, Teflon.
And it's fantastic to see you here, Mum.
I know, because she's just come in fucking probably panicking about you there. She's seen your video.
I watched your video and it was like, oh my God, it really touched me. And I was like, I need to speak to Mum about it. And then I realised you were on the Discord, so I could message you in private. So, but I did it.
I seen the panic in your face, mate, you know.
Worry.
I swear down, I did.
I was worried because I love Mama Milo. She's amazing.
Go on.
you know, and it's great to have you back. And you know, it's great to see so much love and support for each other in here. So yeah, it's definitely reassured me. So thank you all.
You're amazing, JJ. All of yous are. Even the wrong ones, guys, you know, I pray for them, mate. I pray for them. You know what I mean? Imagine being fucking filled with that much bitterness and hate and fucking envy and disease in itself. You want that disease with yourself. Join in, man. Why could help them, you know? Even fucking
And here comes
all of them.
Buster. He wants to join in as well.
All of them, you know, all of them, anyone,
Oh, no.
even in fucking Akash. And I don't use this word hate, but I hate Akash. I hate him. And I don't use that word, right? Lightly. Don't use that word. Double bit. Don't I always say it?
We're
Yeah.
not filling this with
No,
hate.
but what I'm saying
Yeah,
though, is
but-
even if Akash was struggling with addiction, right, and he come in here,
Yeah.
I swear down from my heart, I'd fucking help.
If anybody's struggling with anything, they're all welcome. But we won't have no negativity. Oh, thanks, Leah. That means a lot. And I read what you were cooking before. It sounds lovely. I don't think I've ever had roast cauliflower, have you?
No,
I might have
I
to
don't
try
like it.
that.
I don't like cauliflower. It's not really not really what you call it, fan of mine, like cauliflower cheese and that.
I love cauliflower cheese. Absolutely love cauliflower cheese.
I love you.
So, have any of you guys got any experience with trying to turn your life around and change that negative behaviour into something positive, and what's been the benefits for you?
How you, mate? How you, son?
Buster's come to join the chat.
Are you my fat man, you? And yeah, we're going to bed soon. I'm going to bed soon, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, round about 9 o'clock, he'll start crying. Buster telling me to go to bed.
Look at his eyes. Maybe fucking short. Looks at you like, bed, please.
You know, like you get a small child and they say, "No, I'm not tired, Mum," but their eyes are like that. That's Buster right now.
No, but Buster wants to go to bed, doesn't he? I went upstairs earlier. He was looking at me. Open the door. King size bed. I want it.
Yeah, he does love that bed.
I love him. Look at me tickling his eyes moved.
Are you Society X? Should we put the link out for you?
Yeah, right there, babe. 2 seconds. Do you want the link, Society? You have to show your face though, because we're getting bombarded with love tonight.
Oh, he's starting already.
What's that? I can't just keep my hands on you, mate. Stroking you. Yeah, so what were you saying? Has anyone got any
experience of like trying to turn all them negative behaviours into positive behaviours and giving back, if you like, you know, because I am a great believer in giving something back, you know, because I took for so many years. It was just take. So for me, I do like to give things back, whether that I was gutted today, you know. Came off the train and there was this homeless man there, and he asked me if I had any spare change, and usually I'd give him some. But somebody asked me if I had any change this morning.
Okay, Society. Right. Oh, turn this off. Right, Moana, 2 seconds. Get you on. All right, mate. Give us 2 seconds. Geordie, just show us your face again, my mate. Please. You have to show your face. Device not connected. Wait, the device connects again, mate. You might have to jump back out and come back, my mate. Wait, I get rid of that fucking dickhead there. Nice one. Is Leah in? Leah's in, isn't she? Leah, nice one. Get on him. Get on him, guys. Get him gone. Are you alright, Moana? Right, I've got you, Geordie. Turn it off, son. Turn your camera off if you want, kidder. I'll wait you to... Right. Oh, device not connected again. Why is it doing that to him?
We've maybe got bad signal.
It's not fucking, your device is not connected, man. Oh, Buster, just wait a minute, mate. Right, listen, I'm going to kick you from the studio and then come back and try again, mate, because it's saying. Right, come back, Geordie, mate. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why your device showed us your picture and then fucking. It's not there now. Oh, Miss Nutter. Miss Nutter here. All right, Miss Nutter. Right, I've got you. Turn your camera off, brother. Turn it off, son. Go on, turn your camera off, mate. Every time he turns his camera off. Right, what you're going to have to do then, it's every time you turn your camera off, it's saying device not connected, mate. I don't know how to sort that out. So, I know. If I kick you, mate, I think the way you. See you later, yo.
Yeah. See you.
You might have to just keep your camera off on, Geordie. Oh, what's that like? Just told him now. Right. Do you want to keep your camera on then? Because when you turn it off, mate, it's just fucking disconnecting you. Put your thumb up if you're all right to keep your camera on. No. If you don't want to, you're all right, yeah?
Yeah.
You're all right,
Hi,
kid?
guys.
Yeah, why I sound.
I don't know what was happening there, Geordie, lad. Where about in Newcastle you from?
Gateshead, I'm not in Newcastle, I'm in Gateshead.
Newcastle. Anywhere near Bladen?
I not far actually.
Aye, well, yeah. Well, yeah. How old you, kid?
Me, 36.
36. Done jail, eh?
I've been out since 2019. I got out of home house in 2019. I haven't been. No, I've done 2 recalls. Charges got dropped, so they've done them down to 28-day recalls, and I haven't been back in since.
Fucking shit, all that home house now, isn't it, mate? It's a shit. Back in the 90s, early 90s, it was all right jail, that, but saying that, no jail, we don't want to be around the door, do we, kid?
No.
So, how are you getting on with everything now?
Addiction-wise, I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I'm still dabbling, but it's where I'm living. It's like, it's in my face. I'm trying to get a move from where I'm living. Do you know what I mean?
Have you got anything to fill up your days?
No, I'm just sitting in my flat and ignoring people. I had someone knock at my door earlier on, and I'm not just saying it, even though I'm dabbling, right? I know this kid would have had cracking gear on him, right? And he shouted through my letterbox, and I just ignored the door.
Go on.
I was sitting talking to you, Torbs, and I just ignored the door.
Well done, Geordie, lad. Well done.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. This is how I know I'm at the end of it. Like, you know me dabbling, I'm only using on my own.
You're only using on your own?
Now and again. I'm not like sitting with people and like going on sessions. You get what I'm saying?
Aye.
Like blowing all me money and stuff like that. It's just like a tenner bit here, a tenner bit there, now and again.
Milwana.
We've all been there, mate.
Milwana.
We've all been there. Like
Milwana.
We've all been there, mate.
All right.
Geordie, we've all been there.
Milwana, can Mrs. Torbs just ask you something?
Would you be able to turn your camera off if you are having a drink, just because it could be triggering for people, and we want this to be safe for everyone? And I get that, you know, people do drink and people have addiction issues here, but I think it's not fair for us.
Yeah, triggers
We've all got addiction issues.
Yeah, but Milwana, listen, all you have to do, mate, is press that camera and just turn your camera off, mate. That's all we're asking.
Okay.
Yeah, just so others don't see.
Okay, I'll try, man.
Thank you, brother. No, stay. You can stay, bro. Just turn your camera off, mate. Just because it could trigger someone else. That's all we're saying, mate.
Okay. I'll try.
Thank you, man.
I'm not technical, man.
So listen, there's a camera sign
at the bottom of the screen.
At the bottom of the screen. If you just press what you're using, a phone or a computer?
It's like a laptop.
Right, so if you get your mouse and you hover it over stop cam and just press on it like that and turn your camera off like that, look, mate.
Oh,
I'll try. Big screen, big
Go
screen.
on.
Stop cam. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
there you go, Milwana.
Brilliant.
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother. Oh, now I
Thank you
know
for
you
that.
are. See that?
We're on it, Torbs.
So,
Thanks, mate. Respect.
so
Respect, Milwana. Go on, Geordie, lad.
can
Go
I
on,
ask
Geordie,
you,
lad.
you know earlier on in the chat log when people were writing,
Aye.
you know this person that was writing, sorry for laughing at it, taking our Bella back, taking our teeth back. Have you got any
Right.
idea who it is?
I've got a little idea, mate. But you know what it is? It's irrelevant anyway.
If you want to take the teeth back, I've got some there for you.
Respect, son. Respect, mate. They're just little whoppers, man. You know, the lost souls, mate. You know, truth be known, I feel for them, man. I pray for them on the daily that they find the peace that they deserve.
Aye,
Anyway, Johnny, what I was going to suggest is,
yeah.
you know, to make it a little bit easier for yourself, why don't you try like looking for some voluntary work or something?
In a drug service, maybe.
Like it could be in a drug service, charity shops, it could be anywhere.
Listen to this though, Geordie. That's how Mrs. Torbs right now works in drug service.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how she started, mate, volunteering, you know.
I started being a volunteer and they paid for me to do all my training and everything, and now I've been in the same job for 7.5 years.
My lad has like just got on a gardening course.
Go on, well done, Milwana.
Yeah, like he's just got on a gardening course. I do lots of gardening myself. Like I'm just growing vegetables. Like you know, I just want to like give back to the community.
Go on,
like,
man.
Yeah, man. Like it's like we have all got to do our own thing. Like it's like I love what you guys do. I do what I do, and
that's it's not a one size fits all. It's about finding something that you're passionate about. You know,
I believe 2 seconds, Jody. I believe a hobby. No, it's all right, mate. I believe having a hobby and filling that time up with something positive. So for me, if I've got a like you there, Milwana, even if it's going to the garden, doing some gardening, if I'm doing volunteering, it's taking me out of here, which takes me out of here.
And it kind of builds your self confidence because
yeah.
For me, when I was in addiction, like I'll get to that. But when I was in active addiction, you know, I couldn't hold a job down. I'd do the odd bit of turkey picking here and there to get the money for Christmas, but you know, I was unemployable. I couldn't hold a job down.
No, they all think we're shit, like because we've got an addiction. Like it's like nobody like takes any notice. It's like yeah, we've all got problems. We've all got issues. Like it's like fuck them.
Go on, man.
So yeah, for me, volunteering was because I didn't have I got a couple of GCSEs, but I didn't do very well. So for me, it was an amazing opportunity to gain that knowledge and a better way to see if I could be employable in recovery. You know, so it was like a job, but without any of the like pressure. So it was, and I made loads of like a different circle of friends, which I kind of needed because when I got out of rehab, everybody who I knew, including family, either drank or used. So it was really fucking lonely when I got home, like really lonely. So when I started volunteering and stuff like that, it gave me a different circle of friends and, you know, gave me people who I could, I don't know, go for a coffee with or go out for a meal with or, you know, any of that like normal living type stuff because I really did feel out of my depth. I remember the first time I went out for a meal, I didn't have a clue what anything was on the menu. And
I did.
But because they knew me and they knew my history, you know, they kind of whispered stuff in my ear about what was what, so I didn't feel like embarrassed. So it was, for me, it was a really, really positive move.
Definitely, yeah. My son is like, he's like been using drugs for like the last 20 years. I'm like 52 years old. Yeah, a little bit older than Torbs, but like
Not much.
not much. but like that's the thing. It's like you need like that positivity. You need like some sort of drive to like keep you going. And like we're all fucked off with drugs. Drugs are shit.
Go on.
You know, that's the
Yeah.
one. Like, it's like we've all done them. Like I've been there. I've been there. Like it's, you know, I love drugs. Drugs are good. Like, but drugs are bad.
And I think that is part of that internal battle that people like us have on a daily basis. You know, 'cause even now, like I'll be 11 years abstinent on in 6 days. It'll be my 11th sober birthday. But even now, my head can like
Hey.
go back and fantasize about the good times and stuff, and like ignore, you know, that horrible, painful, lonely.
It's not
like,
ignore you. We forget, don't we?
I don't think we do forget, because you can't forget feelings like that. We just choose not to look at it.
Do you reckon?
Mm.
Okay.
Especially if we've got some negative, uncomfortable emotions coming up. We fantasize about the good times we had, because we know that that substance will take away that feeling, or numb that feeling at least.
Yeah,
And we think that horrible, desperate, lonely place where it took us. Or choose to ignore, should I say. I've contradicted myself there, haven't I?
Isn't it?
No. That's where you've got to be strong. And like, it's. I mean, I've not overstepped that mark. Like my son has like, I've told my son like, that like drugs are bad, but he has like turned around and gone like, well, fuck you, Dad. Like I'm just gonna like do the fucking heroin. I'm gonna do the crack. It's like he's just like, I don't understand it. Like it's like he got a good education as a kid. Drugs are bad, but like you know, yeah, smoke a bit of weed, like you know, like, but have a drink of alcohol. Like it's like, but like he's just gone so far with it. It's like, and I don't know. Like he's coming out the other side. He's done a couple of stints in prison. He's a fucking good lad. He's a fucking, you know, that's
And, you know, most alcoholics and drug addicts are. You know, some of the
exactly.
best people I have ever met have had addiction issues.
Lost souls, man.
Some of
Exactly.
the nicest people I've ever met have had addiction issues. That'll make them. Yeah.
Not a bit. But
I could write you an A4 like sheet of paper with people that I have known that have died through heroin.
I
I could probably like go 50, 100, 150 people that I know who have died through heroin. My partner has died through heroin. I've lost like 2 really close mates through heroin. And I've lost like, well, I've not lost them because I didn't really know them, but like I could name you like probably another 100 people that I know that have died through heroin. It's, oh man, like it's just like bizarre. I just, you know, we're on a Norfolk town, a little town that like loads of people have died through heroin.
And do you know what, Milwani? And do you know what, mate? I was saying this earlier. We were talking about a lad called Maxwell, Stephen Maxwell. And basically, what happened to Steve, God bless him, right, is he got on the gear. Heroin. Got on the heroin he got on the class A's, heroin and crack. Started injecting into his groin. Have we lost Geordie? We've lost Geordie, haven't we?
I've never injected. Like I can't imagine like inject. I don't even like the fucking dentist like fucking ramming that throat in.
Yeah, the dentist. Can you tell?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same, man. Like you, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist soon. Yeah.
It's not that I'm scared of needles. I just don't like people fucking prodding and poking in my mouth. But anyway, this Steve Maxwell. Let me tell you the story about Steve. God bless his soul. So he ends up injecting. Injecting into his groin. in turn, he gets blood clots and
Yeah.
DVT, deep vein trombone. Anyway, he ends up thrombosis, ends up losing his leg. So he's down to one leg. So it took his fucking leg, end up taking his soul, end up killing him, mate. He died. You know,
That's so,
another friend of mine. Oh, I know. I know. Do you know what we have? That's what addiction is, man. You know,
yeah.
jails, institutions, and death, man.
I know of like probably 100 people that I know have like lost their lives like through heroin. It's I've got like like and my son, like, I mean, it got like it went away for a few years, but then the younger generation like got on board and like it was like cool like to do heroin. Like it's like what the fuck.
It's mad, isn't it, mate? I think. Look
Yes.
at what I know. Is
We're old school, Torbs.
what it is.
We're
What I
old
know.
school, man.
What I know, my mate, is this. I was drugs. I was taking drugs.
We all
I didn't
did.
know.
We
I
all
didn't know
did.
what I was getting into when I took heroin. I didn't know what I was getting into. Would I, if I did know what I was getting into, would I have?
Yeah,
I
but
think I would have.
my
Because I've
son was
lied to
15.
myself.
My oldest son was 15, and he got into that shit, and like it was just through friends, and like I I really don't understand it, like because I've done drugs, like we've all done ecstasy, we've all done like fucking acid, I don't know, like, but like I like my weed. It's like, that's the one drug that I would probably never give up. But like these youngsters have like got on it at a different level when they're younger. And like, I mean, I can't believe it. Like, it's like my son, like he was told, like, do drugs if you want, like, but just stay away from that shit. But like he jumped into it with both feet. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
But
I
then
don't know, man.
kids never learn from other people's mistakes, do they? All we can do as parents is give them the honest and truthful information and hope for the best.
That's what you try to do. Yeah.
Like, it's all right. Like, I remember being a teenager and it was like, say no to drugs, don't do drugs, they're bad for you.
Well,
And the more people said no, the more I was like, oh, well, I want to try. It's like when you see a sign saying, don't push this button, all you want to do is press it.
Lots of my friends like grew up through the rave scene, and they like, like in the early 90s, like, or the late 90s, they were taking drugs, and I had kids, like, so I like probably had a little bit of a responsibility my own way. But like they took drugs, but like then they all like took heroin to come down from their fucking high. And I've like lost so many friends, like people I went to school with, and like I don't know, it's like such a fucked up like thing. Like I've lost so many friends. I've lost a girlfriend. I've lost like 2 really close mates, and then there's like loads of people that I know that have just died through like heroin. Like there was people that like had people like at their door, like that were like going over on heroin, and they like moved them to somebody else's like flat in the block. It was like, oh fucking hell, we don't want this problem. Like move them. It's like, man, yeah, I yeah.
It's mad, isn't it, my mate?
But all we can do is try and help educate people. I know one thing that I would love to do is get real people in at schools, and I'm not saying don't do drugs are bad, but let them speak to real addicts and real
Like,
people
so
in
share your
recovery.
experience and what drugs done. This is what drugs done for me.
Let them sit with people who've got leg ulcers and
One leg and
all that reality of drug use. Let them smell the rotting flesh and because it's not pretty and it's not pleasant. Let real people share all the losses and the desperation and the loneliness. Because I'd have been much more receptive as a teenager to listen to somebody real rather than a teacher like standing there saying don't do drugs, they're bad. When I was already smoking weed anyway, and I thought it was great. It's you just don't get an honest education when it comes to substance misuse, and I think that's partly like what we need to do. Is have a real education around drugs. For
My
younger
son,
people.
my son, like got, like back when like the coronavirus thing kicked off. My son like was like, I mean he's vulnerable. Like he's a fucking he's a good lad, but he's a fucking he's an idiot.
how
But
old
like
is he? How old is he?
no,
My man.
listen, he's like, I mean like bless him, like he's like 30 years old. But like he's a little bit like, I don't want to say like that he's like a little bit like sort of shy, like but the coppers were like, oh, you're not getting on the train. Like he's like, well, like why can't I? Like, and they were like, put a mask on. And he's like, I ain't got one. And they've like made him like pick a fucking mask out of the bin and put on his face. This was like probably like back in 2020, but like, yeah, I mean, bless him, he's a bit of a dimlo, like, you know what I mean? Like, he will just like do what he's told. Like, I mean, like, oh man,
That's local,
yeah, the fucking coppers like made him put a mask on like out of the bin, or else he isn't going to get on the train, or he's not going to go home to home where he is. Like, unless he put a mask on. But yeah, there's one in the bin. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a dimlo. Like, it's like, yeah, he put it on. Like, it's like, oh man, I would have fucking. His mate had like the collar numbers of the coppers, like, but his mate deleted it. Like, and I would have like fucking pushed that so fucking hard. Fucking wankers. Yeah.
how long have you been? How long have you been about marijuana? Because I didn't even realise who you were. When you first come on over the top and you had your picture on, but now I can see your thing where I've seen you in the chat a few times.
I've been in here for years, mate. Like, well, the last 2 years, like since this shit kicked off, like, and it's just bollocks. Like, I think this whole COVID bullshit is just fucking bollocks, man. I've had a couple of colds and a couple of flus. Like, it's like, but yeah, I'm
No,
still
but I'm saying, how
here.
long have you been? How long have you been like following me, the Torb channel? I've been
Probably
about a
about a
while.
year, man. Probably about a year, man.
No, I've only been here since June.
Okay, like yeah, I might be wrong. Like I've been following Live Free for like probably I'm probably I mean like Live Free, Torbs.
You're watching them for
I
a
mean
while.
Bustain. Bustain was good, like, but like yeah, he's good, but like yeah, fuck that.
So
Like
is your son in?
this stuff is real, man. Like what you and News Now Yorkshire, like, I mean, I understand that he's gone, like, because he's got to, like, but
He'll
man,
be back, man. He'll be back. News
yeah,
Now
he's
Yorkshire
gonna
will
be
be
back.
back, bigger and stronger. The only thing is with News Now Yorkshire is even when there's just me and him in the car on our own, he never smiles. Um, never smiles. I've made it my personal mission to make him smile when he was in New York yet. I mean, don't tell him I've told you that. But so where's your son now? Is he in jail or is he out?
No, he's out at the moment. He's been out of jail for like probably 6 months, but like, yeah, he handles it. Like it's like, you know, I've never been to jail myself. Like, I'm
Well, that's
52.
good.
I'm 52,
good.
man. Like, this, you know, my son's like, yeah, he's done a couple of stints, like, but yeah, I wouldn't want to go to jail. I think I could handle it because I'm going to keep myself to myself.
You don't want to handle it, mate. The best thing to do is exactly. I was talking to Glove earlier and asking Glove had he been to jail, and he was saying no. Yeah, laughing. He doesn't smile though. He doesn't do them smiling. But yeah, I was asking him, and he was like, no, no, and like, but listen. I wish that I could turn around and say no, I've never been to jail because there's nothing big and there's nothing clever about
No.
being behind that door, mate. Where I used to think back in the day, here you go, I've been to jail, you haven't, you know what I mean? Well, who's the fucking daft one, Torbs? Him or you? You know what I mean? Who's the daft one? Who's been behind the door? Me or the lad or wasn't, and he's out and he's living his life. Do you know what I mean? There's no big. There's nothing funny about
And,
being behind the door, mate.
Can I just
One thing I'll say, Torbs, man, is like, if you have been like arrested for something, it's like you've got 24 hours, and if they haven't, like, you don't have to give your name, man. If you don't give your name within 24 hours, unless you've done something seriously, they've got to let you go. So if you don't give your name,
No,
Fuck
man,
'em.
if you've been arrested, mate, if you've been arrested and you don't give your name in the police one, then maybe, but don't you get that police station, mate, if you're not giving your name, then you have done something wrong, you're going to get done with obstruction.
no, seriously,
Yeah,
man.
mate.
Like, if you
Yeah,
haven't
mate.
given
Anyway,
no,
that's
I
No,
I
anyway,
disagree.
I know, do you know what?
Don't
Quickly
give your
moving on,
name.
mate.
Never
thought-
give your name.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll
that-
talk to you
that's
about
talk
that
for-
tomorrow, mate.
that's talk for another channel. But what I do want to pick up on is this question that Leah asked, because I think it is a really important question. So when your children are addicted, is it better to just be there for them or take action to get them clean? Now this
Thank
is
you,
a
Mrs.
very
Torbs.
this is a very tricky one.
Yeah.
I think it's important not to enable them. So don't give them loads of money, blah, blah, blah. Give them that education, let them know where help can be. But ultimately, when your children grow up, you don't really have much control over their life.
No.
So it's to make sure you tell them that they're loved and give them lots of cuddles and stuff. But, you know, really try not to enable, and also get your own support. Like there's services like Al-Anon and Ad Farm, and, you know, because it is difficult, you know, if you have got a loved one, whether it be your children or your partner or, you know, and I've always said it's harder to watch somebody else go through that than it is yourself. You know, it's like watching somebody drowning, trying to convince them all they have to do is stand up, you know, and it's heartbreaking. But it's really important to try and not enable them, and also reach out for your own support.
I think
He's
society
coming
is
through the
gonna
other side.
allow for
Really,
that.
like,
Right.
Should we?
he's coming through the other side. Like,
No,
yeah, and hopefully that's going to work.
So
Let me ask. Society, are you still doing a live phone-in? Put a 1 in the chat. And,
Hiya, Nigel.
A 90.
Torbs, Mrs. Torbs, like,
Yeah.
thank you for that. Like,
No, no
I'll
problem.
catch up
mate.
with
No,
you
you're
again.
You're more than welcome,
You're
in your
more
man,
than
mate.
welcome. And we're going to be doing it like every evening at 8 o'clock and every morning at 10.
And like Live Free
Guys,
says,
check
it
back on
needs
I
to
was
be
following
regular.
the-
And Torbs, man, like, you stick to your channel. You've got like big content like for your channel, but like
Thank you.
keep the addiction live separate.
Yeah.
What
Sorry, I didn't mean
That's
to.
it.
said like earlier, I was listening and like Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
mean
aye.
to interrupt you. When you
Separate it,
talked
man.
about
Like you're
stuff
gonna
like
make
that.
loads.
Thank you, Mawani. You know, society. Where do we get the number? Where do these people find this number for your? Do you want to put it in the chat now, and I'll pin it before we end.
Yeah.
So, guys, society. Go on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I've just been informed Society's doing a live phone in at 9 o'clock, and obviously, you know, we don't want to.
Be starting shortly. So where do they go? Where do they go, society? Sorry, babe. I'm sorry. Where do they go?
I'm just making a thumbnail.
Right. Okay. We'll keep this going for now, and then you can jump on and give us all the info, if that's all right. Well, then,
Hi, King. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
Cross it off.
interrupt you when you were talking about police and not giving names, but I do want to keep all that away from this channel.
All right. Sorry. Can you still hear us?
Big love. Big love.
Well, mate. Respect. I don't know what's happening.
I'll catch you on the other side.
Okay.
Okay, mate. I don't know what's happening to this computer.
Hey, God knows what happened there, guys. Hey, God knows what happened there, guys.
So we're back. We're back in full effect, guys. No one can keep us down, man. Because do you know what? Good always outdoes evil, man.
No, for some reason my computer just decided to reboot itself.
And then I decided, I stood up and nearly bolted it out the window. Can't play funny tricks like that on the Terminators. would terminate you straight out the window.
And it was really weird because the screen went blue, but I could still hear. And
Could
it was
still
like-
hear. We had both eyes open and we could still hear, but it went funny. Yeah, man, you should have seen what was happening to me last night and the night before, man. Fuck me, I was getting green fucking things on them. And I was thinking, no, babe, I swear down. I swear fucking down now on your life if I'm lying. I was like looking at the screen, not the computer, the phone. And like this green thing come on the fucking screen. Like it was on my face, so I was like moving like that, right? And it was like it was like a butterfly. Then it fucking, no, I swear on your life, I'm not lying to you. It morphed in, with like a shield. Went from a shield to a butterfly, and then it went to like, and I was saying to them, can you see it? And they were saying, yeah. So I was moving it about on my face, and I was going, all right, and where is it then? Because I said, oh, it's on my cheek, can you see it? And I moved it, so it went on my eyebrow, right? And they were saying, it's on your eyebrow, and I was like, fucking hell, what is it? So then the night when I fucking done all that fucking shite, and I went on the shop and got the battery, remember? Yeah, I was walking back from the shop and it fucking appeared again. And I was like, I swear down, and they could all see it.
I think it might be a reflection from the light. Came
What,
before.
green? It was like a luminous green, babe.
Okay.
I don't know what the
The
fuck it
spirit
was.
of half the moon. It was half the moon.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but them
Who's
2
half the
days.
moon?
Alfie Moon.
Oh, half the moon.
No, it's Alfie Moon, man. Off EastEnders,
Oh.
Alfie was in bed, man. It wasn't Alfie. Alfie had went to bed, man. He'd been tucked in and everything by then, mate. That's how it was Alfie Moon, mate.
6 minutes to go. Hey, top bodily, isn't she?
Oh, so all you'd have to do then, we don't even have to give you the phone number. I don't know what phone number to give you. I wouldn't give his personal one out. That would be up the way
No,
society to
he'll
do.
be doing it on.
Oh, he's there. Yeah. So what we saying here?
Oh,
Go
is
to
any
society,
mods
flat
got
one,
the link
6
for
minutes.
the Discord as well? Because we're putting a lot of resources together, Society X and ourselves in the Discord chat.
That's the lamp back on that.
So if any you'd like to join that, don't know if you can get it, Society, the link for the Discord. Usually Lordy does that for us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you, but we're not going to be
What are you
here.
saying, you there? You're back. 8 just went elsewhere, laughs out loud. In confused, laughs out loud. Not hard, laughs out loud.
I think he
don't know
must
what
have
you're
been.
on about.
I think he must have been in when the computer shut down.
Oh,
No.
so what happened, JJ, is the computer decided to reboot itself, had my head farting, so I decided I was going to bolt it out the window, but it come on just in time, so it saved itself going through the window.
Yeah, we were in mid conversation, and the next thing you know, this box popped up and said the computer is now rebooting, and all the screen went blue. I was like, oh my god.
And then we bolted it out the window.
And if it's any consolation, I was really confused as well.
And if it's any compilation,
Big up, Leah, thank you.
Something. If it's any what?
Consolation.
Consolation. If it's any consolation, I've been confused all my life. I popped out confused. I wanted to climb back in, but the fucking wouldn't let me. Get it, yeah, come out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting tired. I had 9 hours sleep last night, mate, didn't I? And Bella woke me up, man.
Did you woke Bella up?
She can't sleep on the bed with me, Bella, can she?
No, she can. If I'm there, she'll like lay next to me all night. As soon as he's in with his fidgeting and frigging,
Leave it, or it'll leave it, or it'll do that again.
and he's talking, Bella just can't cope, so she fucks off. Sometimes think I wish I had it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it does. It's you. I wouldn't change it for the world, babe. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I had a little crate to go to sleep in when he's snoring and chatting and yeah. Thanks
That can
for.
be arranged, you know.
I'll put you in the frigging crate if you carry on with your cheek.
I would carry on with you, baby.
Good job.
How long for society I want to go?
4 minutes. Right. And what we'll do is we'll start shutting this down now. say goodbye.
No, why don't we just wait, babe? Why don't we just wait? And then once he's lovely, you can shop the link. And then all these, if they want, we can just
But
press
the
the
lights
link
there,
and
and
go.
it'll be
Yeah, but
like
if we shut this down, the lab won't be there.
3 minutes to go. And you know what
Yeah.
you're like.
Well, why
doing.
don't you go and do what you want to do then? And I'll shut this down in 3 minutes if you want.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean, babe? It's only 3 minutes, isn't it? Oh my God.
Oh, this is driving me insane. Right. He's live.
Is he live now? Do you want
Right.
to just drop the link then, guys? And you. I hope you have a good phone in and all that. Go on, then. I'll you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you all for coming and being on it with your spanners. It is much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you back tomorrow and keep this positivity going, because I have really enjoyed it and it's made me feel a little bit better, even though I was really nervous when I started, because I thought, oh God, what's coming? But you all helped me through, so thank you. Take care of each other and stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
And basically what I'd like to say is
Mom.
basically the same again. Thanks for coming. It does help us, believe it or not. This does help us too. But please go and show society some love, guys. I will tell you this, guys. Society's done a lot of work. I know it's been my fucking face at the front of it, but listen, society's done a lot of work, guys. Please go and show the lads some love, man.
Yeah, we won't be here if it wasn't for society.
We wouldn't. Go and show the lad some love, because not only has he done a lot of work behind the scenes, guys, he's got a good fucking heart, that lad, man. He has. Trust me. I'm not joking, he has, man. Fucking hell, I'm getting emotional. He's got a good heart, man. He's got a good heart. I like him. He's got a lot of time for society. So please go and show him some love, guys.
Right. Take care, everyone.
Camera.
Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you tomorrow. All right, take care.
Oh, what's going on with me lately, man?